Hey everyone, it's Jessica coming to you from my kitchen. So I just got back from camping. We had a wonderful time and we're looking to make something quick and easy for supper tonight. We're having some friends and family over. So we have a 7-layer dip that is so easy to make and it's so tasty. And I'm going to use my rectangular cool and serve. I love this new item. This is our new summer item. It fits a lot in here. You can do cakes in here, like a pudding cake. You can do dips and you can do salads and pasta salads, all different great things in there. Let me grab my ice. Little inserts here. So this is these sit in my freezer. They're nice, thin, and flat. So they don't take up a lot of room, and I always leave it in the freezer because if I don't, I will forget. So you have to do what works best for you. And then you can just set those right in there just like that. And it all goes in there. So we'll keep it nice and cool. So for me, I'm going to make this dip, and I'm going to put it in the refrigerator for a while because we're not going to eat until later. And then I will take these out and put it in here because we're going to all go outside for an hour or two, a couple hours. And this will stay cold for 3 to 4 hours or even longer. I can't remember. So that's going to be great. So there's no worrying about hurry up, everybody finish their food while it's still, because it's hot outside and you don't want your food to go bad, and it won't in these. And that's what I love about these. And I love how they all pull apart so it's easy to clean. So I'm going to just put that back in there. So for the 7-layer dip, for the Pampered Chef recipe, we have the refried beans. So I'm going to go ahead and use my can opener. You just plop that right on top. There's no having to try to match it up like you do the old ones. It just goes right on top, no problem. And then you just go all the way around until it feels loose. Like I just felt it go loose, and I just go back. I use my little claws right here and pull that can opener right up. And see, and it's not sharp. And if I didn't use the whole thing, I can just put it right back on top and throw it in the fridge if I wanted to. And my child can pick it up. I don't have to worry about it. So this is going to be the bottom layer. So I'm just going to use my little scraper. I'm just going to go ahead and put this right at the bottom. It doesn't look tasty, but when you put this all together, it's going to be really good. So I'm just going to smush it all. Let me just take this out of the insert just to make it a little easier for right now. Make sure you can see what I'm doing. So I'm just going to flatten all this out, and it's going to make some great dip. And this will be right at the bottom, so it's going to stay nice and cold against my ice when I do set it outside after I refrigerate it until everybody gets here. The only thing I do differently with my recipe is we're not black olive fans here in this house, so we don't use black olives. And I know there's a lot of black olive fans out there. So instead, I just like to put some purple onions into my guacamole, my avocado mix, because I love purple onions. It gives it a nice flavor. All right. So we got the bottom layer right there all spread. Now I'm going to make the guacamole layer, just a quick, easy guacamole. So I'm going to use my manual food processor. You can take this anywhere. You don't need to plug it in. So I'm going to go ahead and take my avocados, and I'm going to use my avocado tool. This is a fairly new tool. It works really well. You have an edge that you can just use to poke at to pull your avocado out, and then you have an edge that's sharp. And then you have the 3 prongs on this side to pull the seed out, okay? So I'm going to use the sharp edge and just go from the top all the way around, just like that, and just give it a twist, and voila, it's cut. And then I'm going to use this side and just go like this, put it on my seed, and it comes right out just like that, and it comes right back off, no problem. So we're not using the big knife, jamming it into the seed, because that works really well, but getting that seed off this sharp knife is not safe. So don't do it. All right, so we're going to go ahead and now I'm going to use the non-sharp side, the smooth side, and just take my avocado right out and plop it right in there. And you can even, if you were doing slices for your eggs or your toast, you know, whatever on the side. You can just slice it right up in there too if you want to, and then plop it out. But I'm just going to use this as a mix. So I have my avocado in there. Just chop it in half so it goes in there easily. All right, and then I'm going to take a little bit of red onion. It doesn't call for it, but I'm going to use it just to give it some extra flavor since we're not using those olives. And I'll cut it up a little bit. You don't really have to, but I'm just gonna put it in there in chunks. And I just realized I forgot to grab garlic at the store. Oops. So I'm just gonna put a little garlic rub in there that I have. The Pampered Chef seasonings are really good. So I can just use that instead, no problem. I'm gonna throw a little salt in there. You can measure it. I don't always measure everything. I just don't find I need to. And then I'm going to take 1 lime. I'm gonna cut that right in half. And I'm going to use my little citrus juicer. So I like to use lemons. I have a hot lemon water every morning, and you can slice it and squeeze it with your fingers, but you don't get all the juice. I find when you use this, you get all the juice out of it. So you really just get everything, all those juices. So I'm gonna go ahead and squeeze that lime in there. So just like that. And then I got one more, the other half. It's really easy. Look at that. I get all those juices out. So you want to make some orange juice. You want to make some mixed drinks. You want to put fresh fruit in. Get the juices out. This works really good. Okay. So that's done. Let's see. What else do I need? I did the salt, the avocados. I'm skipping the cilantro leaves. I didn't grab them. So that's okay. I don't always grab everything. I try to use what's in my fridge. And so all I'm going to do is just mix that up. Real quick and easy. See, look at that. It mixes right up. Let's give it a couple. And so it chops my onion. It mixes my avocado up. If I can just line it up right. There we go. There. And it's so easy to clean. You can bring it camping with you. Wherever you go, you can bring it with you. You're in a hotel room somewhere, bring it with you. Make your own dips. You can make smoothies in here. You can make blizzards in here. And so now I'm just going to take that and spread it right on. This is my next layer. So just going to kind of spread it out a little bit. That's what I love scrapers too, because they scrape everything out. You don't lose anything. I find when you use spoons, you can't get everything out, and then you lose a lot. There's that layer. Oh, this smells so good. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to wait for everybody to get here to eat this, because this goes fast. This does not last very long. All right. So now my next layer is going to be a sour cream mix. So that's one quick layer. So I have about 3/4 cups of sour cream, and I'm going to use my Tex-Mex seasoning in there. I love this seasoning. This seasoning is so good. Lately I've been using this in my chipotle, and I've been mixing it together for my chicken and my steaks. It has a really good taste. They taste great together. It's just really good. So I'm going to go ahead and put a tablespoon of that in my sour cream. Now I'll give this dip a nice kick. And there's my scraper right here. So just mix that up. I probably should have put it in a little bit bigger of a bowl, but you know, I didn't want to dirty another dish. Why do that? I don't have a dishwasher. Although my husband will wash my dishes sometimes for me really good when I prep. We take turns. He's good like that. All right. So that's all mixed in there. My sour cream. So we're gonna add that next layer. Make sure I'm not forgetting anything. Nope. All right. Sometimes I forget things and make the layers a little different, but that's okay. It all gets eaten the same. All right. And then, so my tomatoes are on top of my cheese. Look at that. Good stuff. And then you can use any kind of chips you want with this. You can even use veggies with this. Cucumbers, carrots, celery. It's all great. Chips is the best. It's salty and crunchy, right? All right. So my next layer is going to be cheese. So I found getting shredded cheese isn't really great. It's got some extra ingredients in it. So shredding your own cheese from block cheese is a lot better to do if you can. I know sometimes we don't have time, but you can prep your cheese ahead of time. And then, actually I'm just gonna go like this because it's still pretty long and I don't feel like cutting it. So you just go up and down. I've got my cheese grater. Just go up and down. I'll do it the other way. That's not a very smart way to do it. And then these have little prongs in them, so you can just put that over, and then you just push it as you go. Hold on to the handle, back and forth. Just like that. Really easy. And then it just pushes down as you grate your cheese to the bottom so you don't cut your fingers or anything. I highly suggest using the guard. I am one of those ones that didn't use the guards and cut my finger on there at a live show even. So that wasn't good. I was distracted. Didn't use the guard. So always use your guards, right? It's a safe way to do it. We don't want to cut fingers. And the guard works really nice. See, look how quickly I cut that block of cheese. Just like that. All right. Nice, fresh, shredded cheese. And it's nice thick too, so it's just really good. I like extra sharp cheese. Cabot's my favorite brand. I'm sure everybody has their own favorites. Use whatever your favorite is. Just because the recipe says one, if you have a favorite, change it out. Use a different type of cheese, whatever you like. All right, so there's that. That's looking pretty good, huh? So now, I'm going to go ahead and add my leftover salsa. It's a little less than what it calls for, but that's okay. I'm using my leftovers from what we didn't use at camp. So I'm just going to go ahead and spread that around, just like that. Just use the rest of it. Our favorite's the Chi-Chi brand, thick and chunky. You can get medium hot. This one's mild. We usually get the medium, but I get the mild one. And just spread that across. Just like that. So good. I am ready. Eat that already. So now I'm going to add tomatoes to it. Okay, so I have 3 plum tomatoes. I'm going to use my simple slice to do this quick and easy. Okay, make it quick and easy. I'm just going to cut the tomato in half, just like that. It cuts it one way, so cut it like that. And all I have to do is take it out before I lift it up, and then turn it just like that. And then voila, I got my chunks. Okay, just like that. Done. And I'm just going to pour it right on top of my sauce. And so I'm going to do that again. And then I'm going to take it and flip it around, just like this. And so I have 2 more tomatoes. Cut it in half real quick. And then flip it around. Top. Dump it right in there. Look at that. Did I use? Yep. Can't remember if that was 2 or 3.
6.
How many did I use, guys? Because I got 4. Trying to see if I had the 4th one around here. Where's my bowl? Okay, the 4th one's over there, so I didn't use it yet. So I've got 1 more to go. Put that in there. Lift it up, flip it around. Again. And this cleans really easy, especially if you have one of those dual brushes that we have. It makes it quick and easy. Around, just like that. Look at that. And then, so I'm going to go ahead and spread it. I feel like I'm forgetting something. I'm not. So you can choose to put the cheese on top if you want, but I like the tomatoes on top. Really good. And I just realized my husband's not a huge fan of the tomatoes. So I'm just going to save an area that doesn't have the chunk tomatoes on top. I don't know why. I think they're really, really good. But I want him to enjoy it too. So there we go. Done. 7-layer dip. So I'm going to throw that in the fridge. This has a nice cover to it that I just got all dirty because I set it all over my messy table. And I'm going to put that in the fridge. And then before I take it out, when everybody comes over, I'm going to put the inserts in there and we can all go sit outside. We can mingle, we can go swimming, we can do whatever we want to do. Well, the dip sits here nice and cool, and it also has a nice cover. So I hope you enjoyed my quick little demo, and I'm sorry you don't get to eat any, but I'm going to eat this up tonight, and it's going to be so good. Enjoy the rest of your day.